We are here today learning how to do this adorable gingerbread man.
Okay, so good morning class. You need a map, don't you?
We
Let's
have
get you a
our
map.
student here, our demo student.
All right, here you go. Let's put this down and move your stickers so they don't get clay on them. All right, so what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna show you guys how to make this, and then I'm gonna give you your clay, and then you're gonna get to do it, okay? So, you're gonna get a hunk of clay. It might look like a ball, it might look like a glob. That's okay. Once you get it, I want you to roll it kind of into like a fat hot dog shape.
Okay.
And you're gonna drop it down, and you're gonna take your rolling pin. Now when you roll it out, you're gonna start in the middle of your clay, not at the end, because if you start at the end and you push down, what just happened?
It broke.
It broke. We don't want it to break. So we want to start in the middle, and this is really fresh clay. So we start with our rolling pin in the middle and we rock it back and forth. Now because it's really fresh clay, it's going to want to stick. So we have to pick it up and flip it over. And then what do? We roll it some more, right? So we roll and flip. That's right. Can you say roll and flip?
Roll and flip.
Excellent. You're so smart. Kiss your brain. So you are going to keep rolling and flipping until you get a nice, long, even surface where you can put your stencil on it. Now, how do you know when you're done rolling and flipping? Well, you have with you a very high-tech tool called a clay ruler. You have it with you right now. I bet you didn't know, did you? It's on your hand. This is your clay ruler. Can you show me your clay ruler? That's it right there. And then I make the kids show me your clay rulers, and they all hold it up. And the way you're going to measure your clay is you're going to take your clay ruler and you're going to put it next to the side of your clay. If your clay is the width of your pinky, you can stop, okay? You want it to be thin enough that it dries, but not so thin that it breaks. So I like them to measure about, since my pinky is obviously bigger than
a
theirs.
kid for second grade,
Yeah.
whatever.
So, so then when you've got your pinky width clay, you flip it one more time, make sure it's not stuck, and you can take your stencils, which you can pass out. There usually is enough stencils for all the kids in the class.
Okay.
There might be a couple short, but they can share. And you can hand out toothpicks, and the other very high-tech tool we use a lot, plastic knives. And the kids can choose which one they like. I like the toothpick. And this is when I tell them, you're going to trace out your stencil. Now, Kaya, do you think that I'm pressing very soft or very light? What would you guess?
Very light.
Very light. Ooh, that's a good guess. But actually, I'm pressing very hard. Do you know why I'm pressing very hard?
No.
Because I want to cut all the way through my clay.
Oh, wow.
And then I pull off the outside clay, and I have this nice inside shape left. Now, I want to try to pick up my guy again because he's super stuck. There we go. Now, I'm going to use my toothpick again. I'm going to write some very important information on it. I am going to write my name. I'm going to write the room number, teacher's lounge, and I'm going to write the year. And this is so when your parents or your grandparents get it, they can look back on it and say, oh my gosh, look how cute this was, and you were only 6 years old when you made it. Now you're going to flip it over, and this is when the fun part starts. Now you get to build your gingerbread man. You can start adding details like eyes, buttons, frosting, bow tie, anything you want. But in order to add things, there are some very important rules you have to follow. Since I mushed up my clay, I'm going to roll it out again. And you can use your knife if you want. Like, let's see here. I'll do a bow tie if I can remember how to do a bow tie. Okay.
Two triangles.
So, in order to make clay stick together, you have to break the surface. Because if it's not quite like Play-Doh, if you just smush these down on top, when it goes in the kiln, the clay will contract and they'll pop apart. So you have to break the surface using your toothpick and make little hash marks on any side that's going to touch. So I'm breaking the surface there, I'm breaking the surface there, and then one final piece is 1 finger of water. Can you show me 1 finger? That's right. So you're going to take 1 finger and dip it in, just a little bit, see, not a lot, and tap, 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 tap. Now did I rub? No, because if I rub, it smooths it out, and then it can't hold hands anymore, right? So then you can take it and you can put it on top, and then you kind of smoosh it down a little bit. You don't want to smash it all the way in, just a little bit of pressure so that it's attached. Same thing, any eyes that you put on, you do the same thing. You do the hash marks on both sides, a little bit of water, and then go. If they just want to draw, then that's fine. You do ding ding, and you know, do their decorations however they want. Now, when they're done, and they're like, okay, I'm finished with my project, you're gonna take a parent. I like to have the parents do it in case the kids accidentally pull or push and then they distort their figure and then they get really upset. So when they're done and you put it in the drying rack, they'll take a straw, if I can find one, in this mess. Aha. I will clean this up, I promise. Oh, I used a smaller straw on this. I have coffee straws, you know, those little red ones in there somewhere. Okay. But then you'll just...
Oh, there's one right there, but it's too late.
Yeah. And then you just make the hole. I did one hole in this one. You can also do 2 smaller holes so that it can go straight through.
Will a coffee straw make that size?
Yes.
Okay.
Because...
Do you want to use this, or is this different?
Nope, that's totally it. I just feel bad pilfering their supplies for... Oh, here it is.
Touched it.
Oh. Sorry. So, here. So you do this. Oops.
Okay.
And look, I just did it. Now he looks kind of contorted. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
And then it dries for a few weeks. And when you pick it up to move it and it gets wiggly wobbly, it's okay. So then you'll just take it and put it in a drying box.
Okay.
And you can just kind of pat it back down.
And we have lots of drying boxes here, and then in the hallway near the kiln.
And then the teachers keep these in their room, right? And so they should have like a designated place where they're gonna...
Most teachers know from last year where
they're
gonna
do it. Okay, and then when we come, like...
And they need to dry for approximately 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks. If they're really thick, because some kids will put on like army boots and a hat and a sweater, and they have like fully dressed up gingerbread men.
Yeah. When we come, like the day of the project or whatever, will the cart already be set up with ginger? Or are these always there?
Yes, the cart, all the stencils. I'm gonna fix this and
All the
label it
stencils
better.
for everything are just
All the
always there?
stencils are always in one of these. This has tools like plastic knives, clay cutters, plastic forks, toothpicks, the little containers for water and glaze. So I'll organize it a little bit better.
Always all there, and then we just find it. Okay,
So,
cool.
make a gingerbread man.
All right,
Yay!
I have to go to work in 2 minutes.
Aw.
Sorry.